I'll tell you what are the important books and resources that you must have, how to make notes for moral, how to memorize easier, step by step to write moral essays, and lastly, give you a bonus tip. Sawasdee and hi everyone, I'm Lily. I scored 10 A's in SPM and currently pursuing my studies under full sponsorship. I got an A+ for moral, so in today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can study moral easily and get an A+ too. Here's the timestamp, just skip to the part that you are interested in. Alright, let's start with what books and resources that you must have in order to get an A+. First, textbook. I didn't really use textbook to study for my exam, but I needed to do my notes. Okay, but first let's talk about how my moral class was conducted back then. First, everyone will be given one question and we need to find the relevant informations like the punca, the langkah, agency, undang-undang. Second, the next day we'll go back to our class and we need to present it to our teachers and classmates. Next, my teacher will correct us if there is any mistakes. And then we will exchange the questions with our classmates and everyone got to complete their notebook. That is why in our notebook we have a lot of questions under each bidang. We keep on doing this until we finish the syllabus. So you need textbook to make your notes. I will further explain how to make your notes later. Done with textbook, next one, you need senarai nilai Pendidikan Moral dalam SPM. I will go through this before I went to the exam hall because Pendidikan Moral is all about nilai. If you don't know the definition of the nilai or all the nilai under each bidang, then you won't do well. Last and the most important one, you'll need this one thing called Module Pendidikan Moral JPN Para. This one is really helpful and you really need to get it, guys. There's a lot of questions and they are arranged by bidang, starting from bidang 5, 6, 7. If you don't know where to get this, don't worry guys, I have already searched for you guys and it is the latest format which is from KSSM. Just click the link in the description box below. If you do a lot of questions, you will realize some EC can be used again and again for certain questions. Moving on to the next tip, how to make notes for moral. I never take extra time to do my notes at home because I finish everything in my class, and here's what my teacher would ask us to include in our notes. So for each tema, we're given different questions as I mentioned earlier. Let's take example of this tema. Nilai berkaitan alam sekitar and the tajuk given is pencemaran air. Once we got this topic, we will find the definisi, the punca, kesan, langkah, agensi, undang-undang, and nilai berkaitan. Why would we do that? Because these are the questions that commonly asked in your exam. Now I know when it comes to Pendidikan Moral, it's a reading subject and you will imagine yourself reading it every day but still can't score well. Don't worry, I only studied moral in class and pay more attention on other subjects at home, but I still got an A+ for moral. This is because I studied in the right way and thanks to my teacher for actively conducting the class. Shout out to Cikgu Wee Pek Kun. My teacher will do Q&A session once we finish the presentation for the tajuk that we got. Once everyone has presented, we need to copy it down in our notebook and the next day we will be asked the same question and we need to answer without referring to the note. So even if I don't revise, I can still remember a lot of EC from the Q&A session. So starting from today, find your own study partner and ask each other the moral questions. This will help you to memorize easier. Alright, next one, how to write essays step by step. First, identify what tema is the question about. Is it perkembangan diri, kekeluargaan, alam sekitar, or anything else? And then you can start answering the questions, but before that, I always draft the EC at the side first, just in case I'll forget it later. After drafting everything, you can start writing and get a full mark. Now, what if you don't know what to write? I think the nilai part is pretty easy because you just write down the nilai that related to the tema of the questions. The harder part here is to write the EC for cara, kepentingan, or punca. I give you one tip that can make moral a lot easier. Think of kimi, kerajaan, ibu bapa, masyarakat, dan individu. Let's take example of langkah mengatasi penderaan kanak-kanak. So what can kerajaan do? Kerajaan boleh menguatkuasakan undang-undang negara, kerajaan mengetatkan undang-undang negara, kerajaan mengadakan kempen kesedaran. From there, you can also see the role of masyarakat and ibu bapa. Also, it is very important for you to identify which bodies are more related to the question. Let's look at this question. Berdasarkan kepada perkara di atas, bincangkan langkah-langkah untuk menjaga sungai dari tercemar berdasarkan nilai universal yang dipelajari. This question is about alam sekitar. When it comes to alam sekitar, individu, masyarakat and kerajaan are more related to this tema. That is why if you can see from the mark scheme, a lot of EC came from masyarakat and kerajaan. For example, kerajaan menguatkuasakan undang-undang, kerajaan mengenakan hukuman yang berat kepada pesalah, kerajaan menganjurkan kempen kesedaran, kerajaan mengadakan aktiviti ceramah berkaitan kepentingan sungai. And what can masyarakat do? Of course, masyarakat boleh membuat laporan kepada pihak berkuasa. And individu, what can you do? Tidak membuang sampah ke dalam sungai, membuang sampah ke dalam tong kitar semula, melibatkan diri dalam aktiviti kitar semula. However, for this kind of question, bincangkan peranan ibu bapa dalam membimbing remaja menjadi manusia beradab mengikut norma masyarakat. They want the peranan of ibu bapa, so of course you cannot talk about masyarakat or kerajaan. Last but not least, some of my friends told me that they did not have enough of time during exam. So what I did was, once I got the paper, I'll go to the essay part and draft out the EC and Nilai first, because I know later I will not have enough of time and I cannot think of any ideas. I will spend around 10 minutes for that and then go back to the structure, which is the bahagian A, and solve all the questions and come back to essay again. For this time, we don't have a lot of time, but don't worry because we have drafted all the EC and just write it down in a complete sentence. And that is all from me. I really hope you can learn something from this video and get an A+ for your moral in SPM. If you want to see more videos like this about study tips and scholarship, don't forget to subscribe because I'll be uploading more soon. See you in the next video. Bye bye.